Hello guys, my name is Alex Gomez and welcome back to Easy 3D. On today's video, we're gonna be sculpting the flash. So let's get to it, guys. So we're gonna start with a Dynamesh sphere. The resolution it's 64. I don't care much about the resolution right now. I'm gonna turn off perspective and make sure you have symmetry on. Go to the move brush and let's start shaping the cranium. I kind of like doing basing pretty much on this shape here. Okay. Something like that, I would say. Perfect. I'm going to mask this part around here so I can just bring the neck out. So invert the mask and with the move or the gizmo, I'm just gonna bring the neck like that. Perfect. And Dynamesh, and let's smooth this out here. Sure, kind of like I try to kind of like get this nice skull shape. Right, it's looking good. I am going to append a sphere. And let's move this sphere down, and this is gonna be kind of like the torso. This is just gonna be the bust, okay? Make sure that you press X to activate symmetry, and let's move this around. Kind of like to give the shape of it. This part is kind of like the traps right there, and it's kind of like this. Like that. Let's take this one and let's merge down, merge down, okay, and Dynamesh this all together. So now I have just one piece. Okay, so now the something that I'm gonna do, I'm going to kind of like block out a little bit like the muscles and stuff before I start getting into the face. So I'm gonna use the clay buildup. I'm gonna start building some of the traps here. So kind of like build the volume, and then I just go across the shape to get those kind of like traps right there. I'm not gonna worry much about the back, but there's go. Perfect. Let's add this muscle right here. I don't know how it's in English, but it's a long name. But anyways, let's give that shape. That one comes here right from the back of the jaw, right there. And then we can add a little bit of the Adam apple. And you see, right here in this part, this is kind of like very inside. It actually has to go like as a curve right there. That's much better. And then I can just add that Adam apple right here. Perfect. So now this is getting a little bit of a shape. Just another one here. Start smoothing this out. Right there. Just gonna pull this out a little bit. Right there. Let's get the. Let's move this out. This part out like that. Okay, let's make the line in the back. Goes here, then it goes kind of like a big one here, and then goes straight like that. Something like this. Perfect. Let's build some of the dorsals right here, this part. Kind of like omoplatos, that's how you say it in Spanish, I don't know how it's in English. Sorry for the lack of knowledge in anatomy terminology, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. One book that I recommend is Anatomy for the Sculptors. Amazing. I've been using it and it really helps a lot. Let's reduce the clay buildup here, and let's take a stroke and let's kind of like move this or build the clavicle or the collarbone. Okay, this one a little bit like that. Put this down. I feel that this needs to be like a more of a superhero thing, you know, like a more what did I do here? There's kind of like a curve right there. I don't know what happened with that curve. There's kind of like a curve. I don't know. Can just delete. We'll be fine. Okay, just let's bulk up. Let's say that he is eating a lot of protein or something. So let's bulk him up. Okay, that's much better. Let's make a line here in the middle of the chest. Boom, right there. Let's smooth this out. And let's actually build those pectoral muscles. Like add that volume there. Perfect. I'm gonna accentuate a little bit more this muscle here. Okay. After I build some of the stuff here, look, I Dynamesh, so it kind of like keeps the volume of it. Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna use my knife tool, my knife curve. I really like these ones. Let's cut it here and let's cut it right there. So I have kind of like the bust with this guy right there. Boom. Perfect. Now that I'm happy with this shape, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the face first. So let's get the face here. Start with the face. Let's see. All proportions are working. I'm just gonna mark this down a little bit more so I kind of like know where my ear is gonna be, and then where I'm supposed to mark the eyes right here around this area. Okay. Let's get this a little bit skinnier. This part here. Perfect. Let's pronounce the jaw a little bit. Let's kind of start getting into this like that to get the eye sockets. Let's append a polysphere. Select your sphere. Let's rotate it 90 degrees with shift to maintain the degrees by 5, or to snap by 5. Yeah, there you go. I scaled it the wrong way. Okay, this one is gonna be the eyes. Let's move it right here. Perfect. So I have the eye right there. Let's go zip plugin UV master. No. Let's go to subtool master, mirror, and mirror X. This append and new subtool, I should have just do the same, so let's merge that down. Perfect. Okay, so I have this. Now I'm gonna go back to my, let's go back to my body, and I'm gonna start building the nose. So I'm gonna use the clay buildup right here, and I'm gonna build the nose a little bit like that. Oops, no, there, right here. Okay. Okay. Sometimes when you pull it like that, how I did, look, it pulls the sides and it's not gonna look that good. So just be careful how you pull it. Just pull it from the tip, because then it's just gonna make your more look weird. And it's Dynamesh again. I'm gonna accentuate that nose, so I'm just gonna go with damn standard. Accentuate that nose right there. Okay, so kind of like it differentiates of what I have in there. Now I see that my ears are so big, but I'm not gonna see the ears anyways here. Okay, perfect. Let's have the mouth. I'm just gonna get them out like that. That's too big, my stroke, so let's make it smaller. Okay, this is gonna be the mouth. Gonna go with the clay buildup again, and I'm gonna carve some of these right there. Perfect. I'm gonna make that jaw a little bit kind of like a strong jaw, kind of like type of superhero thing. It's probably too much right there. Let's go with the polish and let's polish this part out. PSQ, better this polish to do. Okay, perfect. I'm going to mark this part here. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good, I think. Let's make this a little bit longer part of the face. Like that. Make him angry or something like that. Okay, now that I'm happy with that, I'm just gonna start filling up the holes for the eye sockets. So let's go with the clay buildup and let's build this up here. Boom, 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 boom. And I can see it there because it's not going through my. Okay. Okay, right there. Let's see. Let's build it from here better. Okay, let's see. I might have to move the eyes a little bit back. Let's move them back a tiny bit right there. And let's go with the move brush. Let's move them out like that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna take the dam standard and I'm gonna kind of like divide this part here, right there and right there. Kind of like, you know, try to see like where or which part is where or whatever. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's make this jaw a little bit stronger looking. Right there. And let's do the polish and kind of like shape this part here of the temporal. Okay. Take the pinch and make a little bit pinch like that. Okay, this is pretty good. I can work with this so far. Smooth this out. Okay. Okay, so that's looking quite good. Something about the nose. I want to fix probably this. Like a nicer nose. Like that. Okay, and let's build some volume right here. Okay, this is really low res what I'm working on here. Super low res. Okay. Get this a little bit inside, outside, like that. Let's see the mouse, nice curve. This part, perfect. I think I'm going good with this. Let's up the resolution here. Let's go to 128 and let's dynamesh this. It's taking a while. That's much better. So the resolution is higher. Just smooth it out here. I'm gonna Zremesh this, but I want to add a little bit more of details, kind of like to make sure where everything is going and where everything is belonging. So make sure that proportions are good, shapes are good. Something like that. Take the pinch brush. Okay. And pinch that like that. Okay, let's work in this part here and let's move this up. Oh my god, that's why my resolution was so high. Let's do this again. No wonder But like I can't even smooth anything out. That's much better. Let's do this mouth again. Perfect. That's much better. I was like, what? Let's go with a pinch. It's a little bit settled right there. Probably here. That's I have to pinch right there in that side. Yeah, be careful when you're working with the resolution Dynamesh. Sometimes like you can just go super high and you can't do anything about it. Kind of like build a little bit like the eyebrows right here. Kind of like something like that. And it's like going with a smooth brush, really soft. Gonna move these like that, and let's try to make this kind of like this shape, kind of like angular right here at the bottom, and let's move this up like that. That's perfect. Okay, let's bring this part a little bit down, and now I can just go with the damp standard and really kind of like make a difference right here. Let's Dynamesh that. Okay, perfect. Something that I might do is just going to mask, use the mask lasso and mask this part. I'm going to invert the mask and I'm going to bring this a little bit down like that. And Dynamesh, perfect. That's much better. Much better. And it feels that it needs to build a little bit more of the cheekbones here. Okay, so let's do that. Clay build up, and let's build this up a little bit more. So this goes like this, and let's build this up. Boom, 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 boom. Exactly. Okay, kind of like building volume there. Okay, now I'm going to mark a little bit this part here, in this area here, right there, for the eyes. Boom. Perfect. Kind of liking how it's looking. Let's work on the nose a little bit more here. And let's do the nostrils like that, and Dynamesh, and that's looking much better. Let's mark this part here a little bit here, and this definitely goes like that. Okay, let's go up right there. So kind of like having like that superhero kind of like look. Let's bring this a little bit out. There. I'm gonna soften this up a little bit, so I'm gonna get the feel and I'm gonna fill it up. Boom. Right there. That's much better. Okay, that's much better. And just move this. No, you still can move your mold and stuff, you know. You don't need to say like, oh, I'm ready. No, it's still in the process. You can still move it, so you can just take a better approach right there. I'm actually gonna move this part like that. It's too much. Try to get a better proportion here for the cranium. Okay. I think we need some volume here in the back. Not in the back, but just kind of like this side of the neck. More volume, you know, like more muscle. Bulk it up more. way more, bulk, way more. That's much better. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, now that I have that, I can just mask this out right here with the mask lasso. I'm gonna go here, boom. No, let's go like that straight, go up, go here, go there. Let's see, something like that. That sounds good. Okay, perfect. So now that I have this, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to split that part. I'm going to split mask points. So I have two different right there. Perfect. Okay. And let's go back to this one. Let's go back to this one. And then I'm going to dynamesh this part. Not like that. I should probably, what should I do here? Yeah, no, second thought, I'm just gonna go back to this. Let's go one back. Right there. Yeah. No, this is what I'm just going to Zremesh this first. So let's do Zremesh. Okay, so let's use the Zremesh guides that I did a tutorial for it. So let's go. First, we're gonna go from here. Oof, that's too much. Sorry about that. It was a little bit sloppy. All the way here to the middle of the nose. Then I'm gonna go in the middle of the nose bridge, all the way up here. That's good. Then from the bottom of the nose, this way here, and pretty much going right to the ear. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go from here, the tip of the nose, right there. Perfect. Now the upper lip and to the lower lip. Perfect. Then I'm gonna go all the way here, all the way to the middle. I'm going to take this from the jaw and I'm gonna bring this up like that. Okay. And this is probably gonna go all the way down like this. Perfect. And this one all the way around. Let's close this. Exactly. And let's close this one here. Boom. Perfect. Then I can just go and do a Zremesh. And this is probably what I should have done before instead of doing that crazy thing I was thinking of doing, but this is supposed to work. Good. And I'm gonna show you why, because first, that's good, that's perfect. So I can just subdivide a couple of times. Perfect. Let's smooth this out here. Okay, I'm not losing any of my details, but I know that here I have kind of like the features of my character, which is nice. Okay, now what I can do, let's move this out a little bit, kind of like that. Let's bring this out like that. Okay, perfect. That's much better. Okay, now what I can do is just mask this guy out here. So let's do it. Let's go same mask that I did. Let's do this mask. Same mask that I did. Okay, perfect. So I have this part here. Awesome. So I'm going to invert the mask. Okay. So now I have kind of like a oof. I don't like it as much, this one. So let's fix it. Let's make it nicer. Right there. That's nicer. Okay. So I have the mask there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to extract this part. So way easier. Let's go extract. So I'm going to go thickness 0 and extract. Accept. Okay. So now I have kind of like the cloth there, the dress. I'm going to take the mask off and I'm going to let's see if I go down here. Sorry. Let's take the mask off. Let's go to geometry and let's Zremesh that. That's true. I have to Zremesh that part for sure. So let's wait until it gets down. I think it's super Zremesh. Let's cancel that. Let's make sure that this is at 5 in Zremesh. And that's gonna be better. Okay, let's wait for it. And there you go. This is much better here. Kind of like have to do something there. Okay, so now that I have my kind of like a suit right there, I can just go with the C modeler BZM, and I can just go press space bar, extrude, and all polygons. And I'm going to extrude this out. Boom. Nice. Cloudy around there. That's good, I think so. And there's something that I don't like right there. Let's see if I can fix it somehow. Yeah. It's kind of like the geometry right there. We didn't. Very good. That's a little bit better. Okay. Perfect. 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 Okay, so now I don't need the part that is inside, I just need the mouth right there. So I'm just gonna deselect the mask, Shift Control, my curve knife, and I'm gonna cut here. Oh, it has to go in lower subdivision, so let's go this lower. I'm gonna delete higher. Boom. Okay, perfect. Now I can use this. One. See, perfect. And I can use this like that. Press Alt, three times, sorry, and go like that. So now you can just kind of like a cut in that sharp edge. Okay, so I have this part, so that's perfect. Okay, so let's work with this part of the mount. So let's Control D a couple of times, probably one more time, and now I'm just gonna like add nice details here. Boom, perfect. Pinch brush, and I'm gonna pinch that lip there. Okay, let's bring this part like really tiny bit right there. Okay, I'm going to move this part out a little bit like that. Perfect. Now I can get BSQ to get the S polish, and I'm gonna polish this part. Okay, let's turn the other right there. Okay, let's work on the nose now. I'm gonna get the move like that. Perfect. Okay, BDS, I'm gonna give shape of it right there. That's good. Let's do the nostrils again, just with the damn standard right there. Perfect. Just gonna move this a little bit. That's good. BSQ to S polish. I'm gonna polish this part a little. I kind of like to give that kind of like two sides of the nose right there. Okay, perfect. It's looking good. Perfect, and we have our superhero here, face. Let's do the pinch, and let's pinch this a little bit like that. Okay. Okay, now that I have this, I can just break symmetry on this one, and I'm going to lift this part a little bit. Like that. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work in this part here. I'm just going to go to solo mode. And I don't think I need the part in the back here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to, let's see my polyframe. I'm going to Control Shift and select rectangle and click. And Control Shift, drag outside. Go to geometry. And modify topology, delete hidden. Perfect. So I don't need it. I don't really need that piece there. But something that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna work with the edges here and kind of like extrude it in a little bit just in case. Once I smooth it out, it's gonna probably make a difference. So let's go to the C modeler BSM, C modeler, insert edge loop, go with the space bar, and let's go to extrude and edge loop. There you go. Oh, nope. And edge loop here, sorry. So it's extruding the whole thing. And something that I can do right here as well, it is to add, insert edge loop right here. Okay, now if I go, okay, that looks much better. Get out to solo mode and polyframe, perfect. Okay, the idea that I do this, delete the one in the back, I don't need the one in the back, it's just gonna create a lot of problems if I start sculpting that like that. So let's work on some details here. BDS, and I'm going to work on that. Another, I'm gonna subdivide a little bit more. This, boom, right there. Okay, perfect. Let's go with this right here. Perfect. And let's use the pinch brush right here. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna use the pinch brush, but small, just to make this part here of the eyelids right there. Okay, let's move this a little bit. Okay, and let's use the pinch brush again, and let's pinch this here like this, just smooth it out. So we have kind of like our flash right there. It's looking super cool. Let's add some materials to it, so I can just take the face, go add something like a skin color. Not like that. Let's change this to skin shade. Gives me like a better skin color here. And I can just get it, that skin color there. It's probably too much. I'm having a hard time with this one. Let's fill object. Oh, make sure your RGB. Fill object. Let's go with this one. Let's go to red. Flash right there. Fill object. Oh, wrong one. Here. Fill object and go back to the skin here. Ah, that's much better. Let's select the eyes. Go white all the way. And fill object here with the eyes. Okay. White, okay. There you go. Fill object. Perfect. Okay, so that's good. That's great. Have pretty much my flash right there. And let's do the sides part. So this is super simple to do, kind of. So something that I can do here is just append. I'm gonna paint a cylinder. Let's rotate that. Make sure you select the one that you have to select here. Bring it down. Bring it that side. Right there. Bring it down like this. Right there, I will say. Rotate it a little bit. And let's go to your polyframe there. And let's do something here. I'm gonna go to the bend curve. Let's change this. No, let's change the orientation. Right there. And let's select this one. Go back again and scale it down a little bit. Something like that. Perfect. That's what I want. Okay. Let's go back to the gear and accept that part. Now, C modeler, CM. and I'm just gonna add a bevel right here. So let's do a bridge, no bevel, 2 rows, and boom, right there. Perfect. Then you can go Control D, Control D, and there you have it. Now you can just duplicate this one with press W, Control Shift, and move it out. Oh, it's not moving because it has the subdivision, so I have to delete the subdivisions here. Delete higher, Control D, and move it out. Now I'm going to scale it down and put it right there. So it's going to be in the same one. I'm just going to polygroup the first one here. Perfect. So the two of them are different. Okay. Perfect. So I have that piece there, and I can just kind of like duplicate that part and move it to the other side. Kind of like C plugin, mirror, and merge it to one subtool and mirror right there. Perfect. Now I can just go Control D, Control D a couple of times, and I have it right there. Cool. Okay, so now for this part here, I'm just let's turn perspective on. Nice, that's looking cool. Okay, so now to add that part, I'm just gonna go back to subtool. I'm gonna append a sphere right here. Let's go to my sphere. Let's rotate this to something like that for now. And let's press Q, press the Shift Control and knife curve, and let's knife it out. Let's do this smaller right here. Perfect, a little bit bigger around there, I will say. And then I have to do that shape there. It's kind of like a weird shape, so I'm just gonna put, what can I do here? Append. I can append another sphere, or I can just even duplicate this one and work from there. So let's duplicate that one. So let's move it to the side. I'm just going to move it like that and scale it. I think that this is gonna be better, doing it this way. Go slow like that. Perfect. And let's Dynamesh this. And not yet. Let's go Control D and Dynamesh. No, I'm still losing some resolution there. I can just Control D here. And let's see. Let's smooth this out. And I can just inflate here so to get rid of that part right there. Dynamesh again. I can probably go here to 56 because the Dynamesh is super low. Control D. Okay. And let's bring this part out. So I can use the snake hook, BSH, say OK, and let's move it like that. Okay, let's move this part a little bit like this, and let's move this part like that. And just kind of like a tiny adjustment right there. I will say something like this. But now something I can do is just kind of like a Zremesh this. And let's Zremesh this. Target polygon counts 1. And let's see what we get. Boom. It's probably much better right there. Okay, let's rotate this this guy here. Let's move it right there. And let's rotate that one. You just move it, you move this like pressing Alt, okay, and with this corner. So it's easy. Boom. Perfect. And let's see how's the geometry here. I can even go lower. 0.1. Boom. And that's gonna be probably like better, so I can just manipulate it a little bit nicer. Let's use the move tool. The move brush, sorry. Bam, bam, bam. Let's bring this super sharp right here. And if you want this super sharp, or something that you can do is just take the BZM Z modeler, go right here and bevel this right there. So when you subdivide, look how sharp it's gonna be. Perfect. So there you go, polyframe out. I'm gonna merge all of these ones, so let's merge this down. Merge down, okay. And oops, I shouldn't have merged that one down. So hopefully this won't have a different poly. Let's do this. I think I messed it up here. So let's merge this down as well here. Boom, perfect. Shift control, and let's hide this. I'm gonna go to geometry, modify topology, and delete hidden. Perfect. Now that I have that, I can just go to a nice yellow right here, fill object, and see plugin and mirror and merge into one subtool, and I have the two sides of the ears right there. Perfect. Okay, that's great. So now I'm gonna do the crest there. The crest is a little bit easier. So something to do the crest here, I'm just gonna paint a cylinder, and with that cylinder I'm just gonna rotate it around there. Let's see, scale it down, bring it like this. Perfect. Let's see, right there. Let's move this down a little bit, probably around that area right there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna turn my polyframe right there. Okay, something I'm going to do, I'm just gonna delete, I have too many edges right there, so BZM, and I'm gonna hover into that edge, press space, and I'm going to delete, and here delete edge look complete. So boom, 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 oops, boom, boom, right there. Then I'm gonna go here, hover right there, press space, insert edge loop. So let's see, right there, perfect. Okay, now I'm going to how you call that, a poly group into that edge. So let's go again, space, poly group, and all polys, poly group, poly loop, right there, look, boom. Okay, so I have my poly group there. Now, so now that I have a poly group there, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press space right here. I'm going to go to extrude and extrude all polygons, all poly loop, or I could have done poly loop or poly group, but so let's do this one. There you go, boom. And there you have it, okay? Now here, I'm just going to bevel, do my bevels right here, right there. No, that one, sir, this one here, perfect. So now you can go like a Control D a couple of times, and you have a really nice crest right there. Perfect. So something that I did for the kind of like how you call that, the thunder, or the ray, or whatever you call it. It's the flash symbol. I'm just probably gonna make a, what is that, a paint. I'm gonna paint a plane 3D. I'm just gonna move it front right there, and I'm gonna go BST, and I'm gonna drag an alpha. I created a flash symbol right there. So I'm just gonna go to my flash folder. So let's see the flash. Where are you? The flash right there, and flash logo, Photoshop. Can it work the Photoshop one? Maybe not, I'm not sure. Yes, it does. So there you go. So I'm just gonna subdivide this a couple of times. 1, 2, 3. Subdivide. Nope. I just want to add a mask. So is it with the mask? Probably, yeah. My bad. It's with the mask. So it's right here and right there. But you see how faded it is. It's super, super, super faded. So I'm just gonna do subdivide this a couple of times more. Geometry, delete lower. Okay. So look, this is what happened. My focal shift, I'm just going to move it all the way to -100. Now I can mask this out. Where's my mask? Right there. Look, still. Okay, I have to do it from here. There you go. Now let's do a little bit right there. Perfect. So I have this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to subtool. I'm going to extract, thickness 0, extract, and accept. Perfect. I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't need that one anymore. Delete. Okay. I have this one. Get rid of the mask and Zremesh that. Good. I have all Zremesh. It's pretty good. As I have it right there. PCM, Modeler, and I'm going to extrude. Oof, not that one. That's extrude all polygons. And there you go. Boom. Perfect. And here I can add some insert. No, let's go here, right there. Insert. I'm gonna insert one here, insert one there. Perfect. Okay, let's turn off that. Okay, just Control D. Let's move it where it's supposed to be. Scale this up and let's place it right there. And there you go, guys. We have our flash. So I hope you guys enjoyed this full tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that. And yeah, have an amazing weekend, and thank you for sticking around, and more full tutorials are coming. Okay, take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye.